Mention your roll number followed by the name. Okay. Well, so we were in cell cycle and cell division chapter, and in the last class we have talked about the mitosis. So today we're going to go ahead with meiosis, which is going to be another type of cell division process, which is taking place in individuals in the specialized cells, which are going to be of the gonads. So let us understand more about the meiosis process. But before I go ahead with the meiosis, anyone is having any difficulties with mitosis, beta? Yes, Kanak, you're right, beta. It's involving gametes. So meiosis will be involving gametes. Anyone else is having any difficulty with whatever content we have done in the last class about the mitosis? Or can I go ahead with meiosis? No doubts? Very good. If you have got no doubts, then that's fine. But if still, if anyone is going to have, please feel free to ask me. Huh? Okay. Well, we go ahead. Okay. We go ahead with meiosis. So meiosis is a type of cell division where diploid number of chromosomes is reduced to haploid number. What was happening in mitosis? In mitosis, the chromosome number of the parental cell and those of the two daughter cells was always same, right? Yes, it was equational division. Very correct. Very correct. Yes. You want me to give a recap of mitosis? Okay. So interface, so you know, interface is going to be having G1, S, G2, followed by your M phase. M phase would be having what all things? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, right? In the prophase, what we have seen, there is condensation that will begin of the chromatin, and the centrioles will duplicate and they'll start moving to the opposite poles, is what we had seen. At the end of prophase, we had seen that the entire cell membrane is going to be, the nuclear membrane is going to get dissolved, and the chromosomes will be lying freely in the cytoplasm of the cell, right? This entire process is going to be dependent upon some specialized proteins and enzymes called as CDKs, that is cyclin dependent kinases. Perfect. And then we saw like how these are going to be going ahead with the M phase, with the prophase that I discussed just now. In the metaphase, all the chromosomes will lie at the equatorial plane, right? It will lie on the equatorial plane of the cell, and the centromeres will get aligned in such a way that they'll be connected with the spindle fibers. So we saw there were three types of spindle fibers, right? Do you all recollect the names of the three types which are seen during mitosis? किसी को याद है? किसी को याद है बेटा? किसी को याद है वो तीन टाइप के स्पिंडल फाइबर्स का नाम? I'll give you one. One is continuous fibers. Which are the next two? एक है continuous fibers. दूसरे दो का नाम क्या था? Discontinuous. Okay, and there is one more. Interpolar is seen in anaphase, not in metaphase. हाँ, yes, Siddhika, you're right. With the chromosomal one. Perfect. Yes, yes. Even Vaishnavi, you're right, beta. So we had three. One was the chromosomal, which was joining the kinetochore, of the centromere. Correct? One was the continuous one from one pole to the next pole. So south and north pole के साथ continuous आ रहे थे, राइट? और तीसरे जो थे वो डिसकंटिन्यूअस थे, जो बीच में ही आके रुक जा रहे थे. And in animal cell, there is going to be additional, that is going to be the astral rays. I told you why astral rays are going to be present in animal cells and not required in plant cells. I have told you about that, right? Now, in this way, there were three types of fibers in the metaphase. And during the anaphase, what was happening? There was splitting of the chromatids from the centromere due to the pulling action of the chromosomal fibers and pushing action of the interzonal fibers, right? So they were pushing the two chromatids towards the north and the south pole. Agreed? So like that way in anaphase we had seen that there is tug of war that is taking place. There is splitting of the chromatids from the center. And in telophase we saw that the two nuclei are being formed at the two poles, two opposite poles, north pole and the south pole, and chromatids are losing their thickness. They are again becoming thin, and they are becoming chromatin, and they are developing a nuclear envelope around them, is what we have seen during the telophase. And then we talked about something called as the actual cytokinesis, that is division of the cytoplasm. So in animal cell, we saw it was due to cleavage and porrowing. And in plant cell, we saw it was due to the cell plate formation. And basically, it was phragmoplast formation. I told you what is phragmoplast. The spindle fibers will remain, some amount of spindle fibers के remnants equatorial plane पे रहते हैं, which will trap the Golgi vesicles containing calcium pectate and magnesium pectate to form the cell plate. In this way, plant cell division takes place by cell plate formation, and animal cell takes place by furrowing or cleavage formation. This is what we have seen in this apna mitosis. Okay. What is Moore? Moore is the name of the scientist who discovered. Farmer and Moore are the two scientists who have discovered this meiosis. Got it? So this was a recap that I wanted to make. Someone asked me to give a recap, so I hope you all have recollected whatever we have done. Right? Fine. So we can go ahead with meiosis now. Right. So meiosis is a type of cell division where the diploid number of the chromosomes is reduced to the haploid number. Therefore, it's called as reduction division. It reduces the chromosome number to half. Okay, so it's going to be called as what? Reduction division. Mitosis, equational division. This reduction division is responsible for the maintenance of constancy of chromosome number in sexually reproducing organisms. So, the organisms which are going to reproduce by, sexual methods, what happen in them? The egg is one of the female gametes. The sperm is going to be one of the male gametes. So now the egg and the sperm, when they fuse together, okay, when they fuse together, the number of chromosomes in the zygote and the offspring eventually should be maintained. अगर अगर एग में 46 क्रोमोसोम आते हैं और स्पर्म में भी 46 क्रोमोसोम आते हैं, तो जाइगोट में कितने हो जाएंगे? 46 + 46 इट इज 92. एलियन पैदा हो जाएगा बेटा, राइट? एलियन प्रोजेनी हो जाएगी, बन जाएगी. अब इमेजिन 92 and 92 in the next generation. Oh my God. मतलब every generation there will be formation of aliens. ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है. Yeah, so this will never ever happen. So why it will never ever happen? Because 46 chromosomes will be reduced to 23 in the egg, and 46 chromosomes will be reduced to 23 in the sperm. So the spermatozoa containing 23 chromosomes and the egg containing 23 chromosomes, when they combine together, the zygote will contain 46 chromosomes. Yes, exactly. We don't know, right? They'll live alive, they'll not live, really don't know, because this is never going to happen. समझ में आ गई ये बात आपको? So that is the reason there has to be reduction in the chromosome numbers during gamete formation. It should reduce to half. Okay. Therefore, they are saying in sexually reproducing organisms, reduction division is mandatory. It is characterized by a single duplication of chromosome in the parent cell, followed by two nuclear divisions, that is two karyokinases, and two cell divisions, that is two cytokinases. So here what's going to happen, see, there is going to be only one DNA replication while around. So interphase will happen only once. So the DNA will replicate only once, but the cell will undergo 2 times of nuclear divisions and 2 times of cytokinases, that is going to be a cytoplasmic division, to give rise to 4 haploid cells. Now why 4 haploid? अभी 23 है, बस हो गया ना. तो 23 का हाफ हो जाएगा क्या? 12.5 होना है क्या अपने को? नहीं. फिर क्यों होता है सेकेंड मियोसिस? एक मियोसिस होने के बाद 2 हैप्लॉइड सेल्स मिलेंगे हमें 23 के. फिर अभी अपने को और एक बार सेल डिवीजन क्यों करानी है? व्हाट इज द नीड फॉर द सेकेंड मियोसिस टू अकर? Why we require 4 haploids? So let us understand all these questions, which are very beautiful, very interesting, and the base of human reproduction chapter. Okay, so there's a chapter called as human reproduction, and there is a chapter called as a chapter in genetics also, which will be having again the base of the same phenomena. So please don't neglect this meiosis ka content. If you don't follow it now, you will not understand major chapters of your, examination. Now, I don't know if you all have, you know, uh, read about this in anywhere in today's, news reports or something, but the NEET paper pattern has changed from this year. Till the last year, it was 45, 45, and 90. 45 MCQs of physics, 45 MCQs of chemistry, and 90 MCQs of bio. That was the paper pattern till last year. Now, from this year onwards, the NEET examination is going to take place on 12th of September this year. And from this year onward, the paper pattern has changed. And what is the change? The change is, instead of 45 MCQs of physics, they are going to give 50 MCQs for physics, 50 MCQs for chemistry, 50 MCQs of botany, and 50 MCQs of zoology. In this particular case, you will be attempting, you might feel you have to attempt 200 questions. No beta, 200 questions आपको रीड करने पड़ेंगे. उनमें ऑप्शंस है, जैसे कि फिजिक्स के 50 क्वेश्चंस हैं, उसमें से 35 questions is section A, where there is no option. You will have to attempt all the 35 questions of section A. And section B will be having 15 questions, out of which you will be attempting only 10 questions. So now you're getting an option in each and every subject. But bio initially was not fixed कि बॉटनी के कितने आते हैं, जोलॉजी के कितने आते हैं. कभी कभी जोलॉजी के क्वेश्चन ज्यादा आते थे, बॉटनी के बहुत कम आते थे. बट ये साल से उन्होंने बहुत क्लियर मेंशन किया है, बॉटनी के भी 50 क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, जोलॉजी के भी 50 क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. बॉटनी के भी 35 कंपलसरी रहेंगे, जोलॉजी के भी 35 कंपलसरी रहेंगे. बॉटनी में भी 15 क्वेश्चन में से 5 ऑप्शनल रहेंगे, जोलॉजी में से भी 15 क्वेश्चन में से 5 ऑप्शनल रहेंगे. So in fact, some students were happy about it, that we are going to get options. But my dear, because the paper is going to become optional now, the level of the question or the competitiveness of the questions will be much more higher than it was in the earlier question paper. Secondly, the time given is only 3 hours. So 180 minutes and 200 questions instead of 180 minutes and 180 questions. So initially you had 1 minute to solve one question. Now you have to read 20 more questions and decide इसमें से हमें कौन से आते हैं, कौन से नहीं आते हैं, ये attempt कर लूँ, वो attempt कर लूँ. Yes, my dear, it's going to be applicable since this year, every year now, unless and until they don't change this pattern. So as of now, it's going to be applicable for you all also. Okay, so you cannot, give a loose end to any of the chapters. You don't have an option to give a loose end to any of the chapters now. God will not help you all. You yourselves will help you. The way you're going to study is going to help you. I'll I'll give all the information, my dears. I'll even circulate the pattern which I have already received. It's very simple. There is no difficulty in understanding this pattern. In fact, 50 50 50 50 चारों सब्जेक्ट के, फिजिक्स के 50, केम के 50, बॉटनी के 50, जोलॉजी के 50. सिंपल. चारों में सेक्शन ए बी, सेक्शन ए बी, सेक्शन ए बी, सेक्शन ए बी. चारों के सेक्शन ए कंपल्सरी. चारों के सेक्शन ए कंपल्सरी. चारों के सेक्शन बी में टोटल 15 क्वेश्चन रहेंगे, उसमें से आपको 10 अटेम्प्ट करने हैं. एज सिंपल एज दैट. बट रीडिंग 200 क्वेश्चन, imagine reading one question in 1 minute, understanding it, answering it, bubbling it on your OMR. It's not going to be that easy. Now you have to read 20 more questions in the given stipulated time of 180 minutes only. So you have to start with time management along with understanding the content. So please don't give a lose in beta. And that was the only reason. If you have seen, I have already started with 50 MCQs for your WATs, haven't I? So was I going to start with 50 MCQs? This has now been official. This particular thing is ought to happen was already known. Was already known to me. And that was the only reason I have changed your paper pattern. And I've already started giving you all the practice of reading 50 MCQs instead of 45, my dears. Okay. So, of course, we'll implement this particular type of paper pattern and this particular type of practice sessions for you all also. From the very beginning, we will do this. Don't worry about it. So maybe from August onwards, we'll be going ahead with this paper pattern. But that was the only reason that I have started giving you all 50 MCQs. Don't worry. I'm there with you all. Throughout the journey, I'll be there with you all. I'm not going to leave you all halfway. Huh? Unless and until you don't get admissions in your, destined careers, I'm not going to leave you all. I'll always there to help you all with all the difficulties that you all are going to face. Fine? So don't worry about it. AIIMS is also going to come under this only. Same. AIIMS is also going to be through NEET only. You don't have to give any other examination. You don't have to give any other exam for NEET. It will come under your NEET only. As far as it's going to be, possible, I'm going to be giving you all the different types of practices, and I'll be now these lectures are, online lectures, recorded lectures. So these are going to be, available on your YouTube and everything also. So there are many more things which I'll be telling you all when we'll meet personally. Okay, so the time when we start meeting personally, the time will come very soon where we can start with the offline lectures. That time I'll tell you all many more things. Don't worry about it. So there are many things which I'm going to help you all with. Little. Probably from September, October onwards, it's going on that vaccination will begin from the age group of 12 to 18. So hopefully आपका नंबर भी लग जाएगा जल्दी ही. ठीक है, तो वैक्सीन के बाद इतना टेंशन नहीं है बेटा. Then we can definitely think of going ahead with offline. Anyway, so what I want to tell you is, now, my dears, whatever is going to come as official notice, whatever is going to come as an official notice, उसका प्रैक्टिस आपको पहले से ही मिल जाएगा. आप टेंशन नहीं लेना. Now, जो समझना है समझ लो. ठीक है, so don't worry about it. इसलिए मैंने पहले से ही आपके बैट्स को 50 MCQs में कन्वर्ट करा दिया था. इंजेक्शन से डर के लगेगा तो तुम डॉक्टर्स कैसे बनोगे भाई मेरे? हाँ, how are you going to inject someone then if you are going to get scared of injections? डर के आगे जीत है, ये भी होता है ना. Okay, fine. So, my dears, this particular chapter, especially now, from the chapter point of view, also this is important, but from the base of your few other chapters is also important. Okay, so please understand this chapter very precisely. And there are many misconceptions in the minds of the students कि ये कब होता है, ये कब कहाँ होता है, ये कैसे होता है, तो ये पूरे डाउट्स आज हम लोग क्लियर कर देंगे. Fine. Look at it, my dears. So, the reduction division is responsible for the maintenance of the constancy of chromosome number in the sexually reproducing organism. It is characterized by a single duplication of chromosomes, means the S phase will happen only once in the parent cell, followed by two nuclear divisions and two cell divisions, that is cytokinesis. Okay? Meiosis was discovered by Strasburger and the term meiosis was coined by Farmer and Moore. So Farmer and Moore are the two scientists who have given the name, who have coined the term meiosis. Meiosis consists of two divisions, namely meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. There is a single interphase before meiosis 1. So interphase is going to happen. The G1, S and G2 is a common phase before mitosis also and before meiosis also. And that is the reason I had asked you all, when I had taught you all interphase, तभी मैंने आपको बताया था कि meiosis के पहले वापस interphase आने वाला है. That time I will not explain it again. I'll ask you all to explain it to me. So, would anyone try explaining this? Would anyone try? If you are, like, if you want to try with it, just raise your hand. मैं आपको है ना unmute करने का ये दे देती हूँ, rights दे देती हूँ. Just raise your hands if you want to speak something on this. Anyone? It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't mind. I don't mind if it is wrong. I am there to help you. ये कोई टेस्ट नहीं है रे, ये जस्ट मुझे समझना है कि आपको क्या क्या समझ में आया है. पूरा का पूरा कहानी मत एक्सप्लेन करिएगा. चलिए, डोंट एक्सप्लेन द एंटायर कहानी. जस्ट टेल मी अबाउट, एक एक ले ले. समवन विल टेल मी अबाउट द जीवन फेज. हु कैन टेल मी अबाउट द जीवन फेज? रेज योर हैंड. रेज हैंड का ऑप्शन है ना बेटा आपके यहाँ पर. चलो ट्राई तो करो. On. Come on, only one hand raised up there. Come on, others. G1, so simple. Someone see. I want at least one student to tell me G1 कोई एक बताएगा, S कोई एक बताएगा, G2 कोई एक बताएगा. इतने तीन ही तो मुझे बताने हैं. Only three things I want from you all. चलो, so Palak has raised the hand. I will allow you to talk. Okay. You can unmute yourself now, but I have given the.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, my dear. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Which one? One is
Palak, I can't hear you.
yes, miss. Which page should I explain?
Only tell me about G1.
Okay, miss. G1 is like an intermediate phase between the end of cell division and mitosis. The beginning of DNA replication. Sorry, that is no? Yes, that is replication.
Very correct. What will happen in G1 actually? What will happen? What changes are going to occur in the cytoplasm, in the nucleus, and what will happen in the cytoplasm?
The cytoplasm increases and then the subsets pause during G1 phase and then they don't enter the S phase. And if the conditions are suitable, then they will enter the S phase.
Very good, very good, excellent. So there's going to be something called as increase in the cytoplasm also, and increase in the cell organelles also, correct?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So that's what I want from you. Very nice, Palak. Very nice, Buddha. Yeah, good, good, good. Now you can mute yourself. Divya, yes, you would explain about the S phase. You have raised your hand. I'll allow you to talk, okay? You can unmute yourself now and you can tell me the S phase. Just very precisely. I don't want puri kahani in details. Just try it out. Divya, you can unmute yourself, my dear. I've given you a...
Me now.
Yes, beta. Go ahead. Go ahead.
S phase, also called as synthesis phase, which is of 6 to 10 hours approximately. And in this phase, replication of DNA takes place. That is, the DNA gets doubled, and the DNA content is doubled from 1C to 2C in a haploid cell and 2C to 4C in a diploid cell.
Excellent, my dear. Excellent, excellent. That is what I want. So a monad will become a dyad, right? So 1C will become 2C in case of haploid, and 2C will become 4C because we have got 46 chromosomes. Nah? So we are going to be diploid. So very nice. So monads will become dyads. Excellent, excellent. Very good, Divya. Very nice, Divya.
Thank you, Miss.
And yeah, kindly unmute yourself now. Unmute yourself. चलो एक तीसरा कोई G2 में क्या होता है बोलो भाई. Someone please tell me what happens in G2. Come on, come on, come on. I want someone to speak up. I'm not going to tell what is going to happen in G2. Okay, Vaishnavi. Very good, beta. I'll allow you to talk. Okay? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, my dear. Go ahead. Yes.
As in the G2 phase, the growth that was continued from the G1 phase again takes place. So the growth continues and there is a preparation before the mitosis or any type of
Very
division.
good. Very
And
good.
the number of the cell organs also increases. So all the things
Very
that are the spindle proteins, all the things that are required for the mitosis are generated.
Excellent, excellent. So now whatever is going to be, required in the M phase is going to be formed in the G2 phase. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Perfect. So only one thing, beta, the proteins which are going to be required for the spindle formation. Can you recollect the name of that protein? Anyone who can recollect the name of that protein, you can type in the chat box. Which protein is required for the spindle formation? Excellent. Yes, Zui, you're right. It's going to be the tubulin protein. So for the spindle formation, you require the tubulin protein. Very nice, very nice. So all three of you will have given very good explanation, and I want others also to participate. भाई क्यों हाँ इतना इतना टेंशन क्यों लेते हो? मैं इतनी बड़बड़ करती रहती हूँ यार. तुम लोग कभी कभार तुम्हारी आवाज तो सुनाया करो. I can't see you, but at least I can listen to you all. You all can see me also, and you are listening to me also for so many days now. Huh? So I want all of Palak, Divya, and Vaishnavi. You have given the answer in the chat box. I want to listen to you all. Huh? I want to, hear you all. So chat box पर तो मैं हमेशा ऐसे ही बोलती रहती हूँ. Put the answers in the chat box. But I want to listen to you all. I want to hear your voice. Okay. Anyway, so good. So you all recollect what is happening in the interface, right? So the same interface will be taking place even before your meiosis is going to occur. And that is what they are saying. It will happen only once. So the DNA replication will happen only once. Fine. Now see, there is a single interphase before meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 is also known as reduction division or heterotypic division. This is another name of meiosis, that is heterotypic. During this division, the chromosome number is reduced to half. Prior to meiosis 1, there is interphase where the duplicated chromosomes occur as chromatids. We know this, what is chromatid. After interphase, the chromosome number is 2n in diploid cell, but the what is going to be the chromatid number is double to the DNA content, which is going to be 4C. So just now, as explained very correctly by Divya, that is 2C will become 4C. Very nice. Same thing has been mentioned over here. Each chromosome exists as a pair of chromatids held together by the centromere. So we saw that both the chromatids were held together by the centromere. We have already talked about that, right? So this is how the meiosis process is going to begin with. Okay. Occurrence. Meiosis occurs in specific diploid cells at a particular time only. It occurs in gonads of animals and microspores and the megaspore mother cells of the plants. So just like animals who are going to have sexual reproduction, even the plants are going to show sexual reproduction. So they don't have gonads. Plants do not have testes, ovaries. हालांकि ओवरीज होते हैं प्लांट्स में, लेकिन उनमें जो सेल्स होते हैं ना, वी कॉल देम एज माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल एंड मेगास्पोर मदर सेल. तो माइक्रोस्पोर्स का मतलब होता है पोलिन ग्रेन, मेगास्पोर का मतलब होता है ओव्यूल. ठीक है. तो माइक्रोस्पोर एंड मेगास्पोर जिस सेल से बनते हैं वो सेल को हम कहते हैं मदर सेल. So when I'll explain about the plant physiology, you will still further come to know what is MMCs, that is microspore mother cells and megaspore mother cells. Okay, but in human beings, or rather all sexually reproducing animals, this particular meiosis will be taking place inside the gonads. Okay, the cells undergoing meiosis are called as meiocytes. The cells which are undergoing meiosis will be called as meiocytes. For example, spermatocytes, which will give rise to sperm, oocytes, which will give rise to ova. Okay, so meiocytes, साइट का मतलब क्या है बेटा? डिप्लॉइड स्ट्रक्चर, जो मियोसिस अंडरगो करने के बाद हैप्लॉइड बनेगा. ठीक है. So meiocyte is something which is 2N. Meiocyte is something which is 2N. Spermatocyte is something which is 2N. Oocyte is something which is 2N. So what is N? N will be spermatozoa और ova, है ना. इनको हम कहते हैं हैप्लॉइड सेल्स. ठीक है. In sporangia of plants, the meiocytes are microspore mother cells forming microspores and megaspore mother cells forming megaspores. So mother cell का मतलब क्या है? Again 2N. Megaspore is also going to be 2N, which is going to undergo reduction, and this reduction will cause the haploid cell formation. So ये content में कोई problem है to understand? Anyone who has not understood the occurrence, where it is happening in plants and where it is occurring in animals? Anyone having any problem? Just go through it. Microspore is haploid. Yes, beta. Microspore is haploid. Megaspore is haploid. But microspore mother cell is diploid. Megaspore mother cell is diploid. So mother cell जो होते हैं वो diploids होते हैं, और उनका जो resultant है ना, that will be haploid. Yes, yes. Spermatocytes always are going to be 2N. All spermatocytes are going to be 2N. All meiocytes are going to be 2N. All mother cells are going to be 2N. Okay. Understood about this occurrence? Okay, well. Now we come to the actual meiosis data. So assuming that you all have understood what is interphase. So after the interphase is completed, means after the G2 has completed, now the gonad cells will undergo meiosis 1 का पूरा कहानी. ठीक है. So let us see what is going to happen in meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 consists of karyokinases followed by cytokinases. So by now you know karyokinases is division of the nucleus and cytokinases is going to be the division of the cytoplasm. This now you all know, right? Karyokinases is going to show 4 stages: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. सेम टू सेम ही तो है माइटोसिस के जैसे, नाम भी सेम है, ऑर्डर भी सेम है. प्रोफेज 1, मेटाफेज 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Okay, but what is going to happen in the prophase 1 is something that we have to understand now. So see, prophase 1, which is the first phase of meiosis 1, is the complex. is the complex and longest phase. So the most complex phase, now this is what we have to understand, my dears. The most complex phase of our meiosis 1, or rather of the entire meiosis, the most complex is going to be meiosis 1 का prophase 1. Okay, why is it complex? इतना क्या डिफिकल्ट है उसमें? डिफिकल्ट कुछ नहीं है. कॉम्प्लेक्स का मतलब है एलोबरेट है, लॉन्गेस्ट है, उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें साथ में होने वाली है, इसलिए उसको कॉम्प्लेक्स बोला है. कॉम्प्लेक्स का मतलब डिफिकल्ट नहीं होता है. प्लीज डोंट मिसअंडरस्टैंड दिस. Okay, so the prophase 1 has been further divided into 5 stages. First, leptotene, zygotene, some people say pachytene, some say pachytene. Whatever you are comfortable with, you can say. I don't have any objection with your saying. कोई लोग पैकी बोलते हैं, कोई लोग पैची बोलते हैं. Anyway, leptotene, or it's also called as leptonema. Zygotene, zygonema. Pachytene, pachinema. Okay, diplotene, diplonema, and dikinases. ऐसे 5 स्टेजेस है. क्या क्या है बेटा? लेप्टो, जाइगो, पैकी, डिप्लो, डाइकाइनेसिस. इसलिए उसको क्या बोला है? कॉम्प्लेक्स है, एलॉबरेट है, लॉन्गेस्ट है. प्रोफेज 1 ही इतने 5 स्टेजेस में, सब स्टेजेस में डिवाइड हो रहे हैं. ओके, सो LZP DD. How you will remember that? LZP DD. Okay, L is leptonema, Z is zygotene, P is pachytene, DD is diplo and dia. बस ठीक है. अब ये 5 में क्या है वो समझ लेते हैं. So let's go ahead with the first one, that is leptotene. Leptos का मतलब होता है thin and nema का मतलब होता है thread. So here the chromatin is going to appear like thin thread-like material. Okay, so see, the chromosomes over here are thin and nema means thread or band. And how are they going to be now undergoing? They will start undergoing condensation. तो हमने प्रोफेज ऑफ माइटोसिस में वही पढ़ा था. क्या पढ़ा था प्रोफेज में? that they undergo condensation. इधर भी सेम तो हो रहा है या नहीं? So see, the chromosomes undergo condensation, spiralization, and they become visible. Spiralization का मतलब है they'll start to coil. स्प्रिंग के जैसे बनने को स्टार्ट होते हैं. एंड दे बिकम विजिबल. अब ये दिखने लगते हैं थ्रेड जो है वो. फाइन. even though the chromosomes have undergone duplication, the chromatids remain invisible. So actually S phase cross कर चुका है ये. So monad has already become dyad. So we already know that there are 46 dyads present, but we cannot see the dyadic structure. We can just see them like fine threads. अभी भी हमें उनको वो typical dyad stage देखने को नहीं मिलता है in your leptotene. Even if they have formed, we cannot see them. ठीक है? The centrioles develop asters which begin to move apart towards the opposite poles. Same that it was happening in mitosis. Bead-like structures may be seen along the length of the chromosome. They are highly coiled regions of chromosomes. So, ऐसे छोटे छोटे beaded structures के जैसे दिखाई देते हैं माइक्रोस्कोप के नीचे, but that's going to be highly condensed chromosome है वो. In many animal cells, the chromosomes are converged towards the centrosomal end to form a bouquet stage. Now, what is this bouquet stage? Have you all ever seen bouquets? देखे आपने bouquets? वो जो एकदम typical bouquets होते हैं ना? हाँ, yes, you have seen. Exactly, बेटा. तो ये जो है ना, ये सारे chromosomes they will lie like a bouquet. They appear like bouquets. Means जहाँ पर centrosome है, all will converge at that particular point and they will diverge at the equatorial side. So we call this stage as the bouquet stage. So a very common question. Now these things not given in your books, my dears. ये आपके एनसीईआरटी में कुछ भी मेंशन नहीं है और ये हमेशा क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. So please remember these questions also whenever I am, giving you all the explanation. So this is a very famous question that the bouquet stage is observed during which phase of cell cycle? So the bouquet stage is going to be observed during the leptoteen of prophase 1 during meiosis 1 of meiosis. Okay? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Understood? So bouquet stage is seen during the leptoteen. Leptoteen is a part of prophase 1. Prophase 1 is a part of meiosis 1. And meiosis 1 is a part of meiosis. Okay? So just like how we hold the bouquet of flowers in our hand, हम कैसे पकड़ते हैं उसको? अगर आपके हाथ में 25 roses है, 46 roses है, oh my god, कितना मस्त स्मेल आएगा ना 46 roses. वाव. एनीवे, आपके हाथ में 46 roses है, तो आप उसको कैसे पकड़ोगे? ऊपर से पकड़ोगे ऐसे. How will you hold it? How will you hold? थॉर्न्स निकाले हैं मैंने आपको. डोंट वरी, मैंने सारे थॉर्न्स निकाल दिए हैं. सो हाउ विल यू होल्ड इट? फ्रॉम द स्टॉक ना. करेक्ट. तो नीचे से आपने क्या किया? स्टॉक को पकड़ा, मतलब क्या किया? आपने उनको कंबाइन करा लिया एक पॉइंट पे. एंड फ्रॉम द अपेक्स हाउ दे लुक लाइक? दे स्प्रेड आउट. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज bouquet. In the same way, all the 46 chromosomes will be coming together at one point that is going to be near the chromosomal end. जहाँ क्रोमोसोम के एंड, सेंट्रोसोमल एंड, जहाँ सेंट्रोमियर्स होते हैं ना, इससे मैंने बोला था सेल यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ इज इम्पोर्टेंट. वहाँ पर हमने सेंट्रोसोम्स किए हुए हैं. कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज अ सेंट्रोसोम? Can anyone tell me what is a centrosome? Come on, tell me what is a centrosome. Cell unit. What are centrosomes? Excellent question. Very good. Come on, others, please answer. Very good, Palak. Yes, who else? That is centromere, my dear. What you are saying now, the point of attachment, they are going to be your centromere and not centrosome. Yes, Krishna, you are right, beta. But what does it comprises of? Very good, very good, very good. Yes, it consists of the centrioles. So मैंने आपको centriole का 9+0 अरेंजमेंट भी बताया था. याद है आपको? 9+0 अरेंजमेंट. That is going to be your centriole. है ना? Triplets होते हैं. We have seen that. So it is that particular area of the cell where it's going to be in the cytoplasm, where all the chromosomes will come to lie like a bouquet. So imagine that the centrosome is going to be your hand. Okay, the chromosomes ke ends will be in the hands of the centrosome, and just like the petals of the rose, now they're going to be spread out like bouquet. Yes, got it. So that is what is called as the bouquet stage, which is going to be seen during the leptoteen. Yes, my dear, leptoteen and leptonema is one and the same. Okay. Some books have mentioned leptoteen, some books have mentioned leptonema. दोनों का मतलब सेम है. You can use whatever word you want to, doesn't matter. Is it fine? Is it fine? So bouquet stage. So see, the end of the chromosomes are attached to the nuclear envelope by a structure called as attachment plate. So यहाँ पर centrosome है, यहाँ पर nuclear membrane है, यहाँ पर सारे chromosomes हैं. They all will be like held together, just like a balloon वाला. आपने आपके स्कूल में बचपन में balloon वाला drawing बनाया होगा ना? तो balloon वाले के drawing में आपने कैसे बनाया था? The person who is going to sell the balloons is holding all the threads together, right? Exactly like that. Exactly like that. This particular bouquet stage appears during leptoteen. So understood how the leptoteen is going to be, how the leptoteen is going to be significantly seen under the microscope. Any difficulty with leptoteen? All of you all have understood what is bouquet stage. Centrioles and centrosome ka difference. Centrioles are going to be a pair in a perpendicular fashion. They'll be arranged, and that two का combination, वो दो को साथ में ही होते हैं वो हमेशा, that will be called as a centrosome. So centrosome is always going to be made by a pair of centrioles. Okay, so I hope you all have understood what is there in prophase 1 का leptotes. Which point you want me to explain? Point B. Nothing. They just appear like beads. छोटे छोटे माला के जैसे दिखते हैं ये chromosomes. That's it. The second is going to be zygote. Now, before I go ahead with zygote, I'll explain this with the diagram. Just see this. This is the leptotes stage where the nuclear membrane has started to disappear, and you can see that the chromatid has started to become, thinner. तो इसको अगर हमने zoom किया ना, तो ये देखो replicated chromosome starts their condensation. So it appears something like this way during the leptotes. Fine. Let's go to the zygote or zygonema. Zygote means yolk या फिर pair कहते हैं हम लोग, a pair together. Yeah, so it's going to be like a pair. Zygote means coming together. Zygote. What is zygote? Zygote क्या है? Come on, tell me what's a zygote. Come on. At least tell me that what's a zygote. Yes, fusion of two gametes, right? Yes, smallest cell formed after fertilization. Okay, but it's basically two gametes ka fusion, na? Means two gametes are coming together, they are pairing together. Therefore, we call it as a zygote. Fine. So here also is going to be what? Zygote means pairing of the two chromosomes. अब ये जो zygote और पैकेटीन है ना बेटा, ये दोनों सबसे crucial सब stages हैं अपने prophase 1 के, हाँ? So try to understand this now. The homologous chromosomes undergo pairing. This process is called as synapsis. अब homologous chromosomes क्या होते हैं ये सबसे पहले आपको पता होना चाहिए. What do you mean by homo? Same. Logous, functionally also same. So the chromosomes which are structurally and functionally same are going to be called as homologous chromosomes. What are homologous chromosomes? The chromosomes which are structurally and functionally similar are called as homologous chromosomes. Did you all note down this particular point? हाँ, yes, Ruby, very nice, my dear. बिल्कुल सही answer, बिल्कुल सही answer. Perfect, very good. So, what is this? Homologous chromosomes are structurally and functionally similar chromosomes. अब एक सेल के अंदर ये दो homologous chromosome आए कहाँ से? How did every cell get a homologous chromosome? How did one get a pair? So one, yeah, very nice. So one from each parent. Very good, Zui. So एक egg के through आया. Egg जो है वो sperm के through आया. So the sperm was carrying 23 chromosomes. The egg was carrying 23 chromosomes. Right? So chromosome number 1 is present in the egg also. Chromosome number 1 is present in the sperm also. Chromosome number 2 egg में भी है. Chromosome number 2 spermatozoa में भी है. ऐसे सारे 22, I'm just clearing this. ऐसे सारे 22 ऑटोजोम एग में भी है और उसी के जैसे सेम 22 ऑटोजोम स्पर्माटोजोआ में भी है. करेक्ट. तो हमारा जो जाइगोट है उसमें क्या आ जाएगा बेटा? 22 ऑटोजोम्स फ्रॉम एग, 22 ऑटोजोम्स फ्रॉम स्पर्म makes 44 autosomes. Makes 44 autosomes, which are homologous. So 1 and 1 homologous, 2 and 2 homologous, 3 and 3 homologous, 4 and 4 homologous. वैसे 22 and 22 homologous. अब जो है आता है अपने सेक्स क्रोमोसोम, दैट इज एक्स एंड वाई. So every female has got only X in her nucleus. तो उसके पास ऑप्शन ही नहीं है, उसके पास 2 X है, तो वो क्या करेगी बेटा, डॉटर सेल्स में जो उसके पास है वही पास ऑन करेगी ना. तो फीमेल हैज गॉट नो अदर ऑप्शन बट टू पास ऑन व्हाट, X टू द eggs, राइट. सो एक एक X एग्स में चला जाएगा क्योंकि उसके पास सिर्फ एग्स है, X है. बट इन केस ऑफ मेल, male is going to have 44 autosomes plus X and Y. The males are going to have X chromosome and Y chromosome. Now the males have got an option now. What is the option? They actually don't have any option. You know what? 50% of the spermatozoa will contain X and 50% of the spermatozoa will contain Y. As simple as that. There is no option. They can't choose कि ये spermatozoa में whether they should add X chromosome or they should add Y chromosome. It's purely going to be 50-50. Okay. So of the 100% of the gametes which are going to be formed in males, 50% will get X chromosome, 50% will get Y chromosome. But female के पास ऐसा कुछ नहीं बेटा, उसके पास she has got only X only. So by default, her egg will contain 22 autosomes plus X chromosome. Okay, so every female के egg में she is going to give 22 autosomes and 1 X chromosome. On the other hand, in case of the males, they are going to give 22 autosomes plus X chromosome in 50% of the spermatozoa and 22 autosomes and Y chromosome in 50% of the spermatozoa. Understanding this? अब ये किसमें हो रहा है? Who is undergoing all these things? Who is undergoing all these things? We all are undergoing all these things. We all are undergoing this 22 plus X and 22 plus Y वाले जो है, we human beings are also undergoing this particular thing. Okay. Yes, yes. It's just like they are called as, like determination of sex. Therefore, they are called as sex chromosomes. Right, because it's going to be meiosis. Exactly. Okay. So what is the thing that is going to be understood at this particular moment, Many of the students, even after they enter the first year MBBS, they are not very clear about these particular facts. I've got students from first year MBBS, second year MBBS and third year MBBS के भी students हैं मेरे पास. Okay. First year के students को भी ये doubt होता है आज भी, even after taking admission in medicine, still they have this doubt कि ये कब होता है, ये कब होता है. Okay. Yes. The father is responsible for the sex of the baby and not the mother, of course, because mother has got no option. She is only going to give eggs because she has got 2 X's. Father is the one who is going to make 50% of the spermatozoa containing X and 50% containing Y. Okay. Yes. So if it's going to be a girl child, then it will be, eggs having 22 autosomes and 1 X chromosome. And if it is fertilized, if it is fused with the sperm containing 22 autosomes and the X chromosome, a girl will be born, a girl child will be born. But if the egg will be fertilized with the sperm containing 22 autosomes and a Y chromosome, a male child will be born. Correct? Now you got it? So this is how the baby's sex is going to be determined, whether it's a male child or it's a female child. But this particular process, which is taking place of the formation of gametes, is not taking place in that small baby. It's taking place between we all. Okay. In all animals, this is the same idea. In all animals, this remains the same. Okay, fine, understood. This is very important point in zygote that I'm explaining. So see, that is what is homologous chromosome. So what is homologous? You understood, na beta? Structurally and functionally same chromosomes. One from mother, one from father. to make the zygote. What are the reasons for syndrome? That is because of mutation, that is some abnormal changes takes place in certain individuals which leads to the syndrome. So syndromes also we're going to go in detail in genetics. We'll be doing everything in detail in genetics. Fine. Now what will be the difference? See, what will be the difference? If a female child is going to be born, she is going to have X and X, which is again homologous. But if it's going to be a male child, the males will have X and Y. So X will not have a homologous chromosome, neither Y will have a homologous chromosome. आया ना? तो boys है ना बेटा, boys आप लोग के पास है ना 44 ऑटोसोम्स है, एक दूसरे के क्या कहते हैं पेयर्स है, लेकिन X के लिए ना दूसरे X का पेयर है, Y के लिए ना दूसरे Y का पेयर है. Okay, so they are not going to be homologous in case of male. Okay. If the zygote is divided in 3, means I did not understand. Zygote cannot be divided in 3. Zygote कैसे 3 में divide होगा बेटा? Triplets. Oh, no, triplets is a completely different story. There are 3 eggs and 3 sperms which are going to get fertilized. Triplets में 3 eggs and 3 sperms will fertilize. Okay, to have triplets. Fine? Yeah. Yes. Krishna, you're right. Arey, don't think about that now. Just think about this. Embryo. Yes. Yeah. Correct. So now you got it, na? Exactly. Fine. So here, beta, what is going to happen? You understood about the homolog name now. So what is homologous chromosome? You have understood now. Now what happens? See, the process of pairing of the homologous chromosome is going to be called as synapsis. What is going to be called as synapsis? If males have one X and one Y, then how will be able to pass it to the next generation? 50% sperms will be containing X chromosome and 50% of the sperms will be containing Y chromosome. So there will be random fertilization. It may be the X containing sperm fusing with the egg, or it could be the Y containing sperm fusing with the egg. Okay? So no, that is called as mutation. That is called as mutation, my dear. So that will be doing it later on. Okay. So this is called as synapsis. What is synapsis? Pairing of homologous chromosomes. So 1 and 1 will come together. 2 and 2 will come together. 3 and 3 will come together. 4 and 4 will come together. This is called as what? Pairing. This is called as pairing. If one chromosome is missing, it will be mutation, which we'll be talking about in genetics. Okay. Right now we are not talking about Hutke phenomena. Right now we are going by the rule books. That is happening in 99.9% of individuals is this particular process. Okay. There are 3 types of synapses. Procentric, which starts from the center. So they may, combine like this way from the center and come together. That is called as procentric. Then it could be pro-terminal, starting from the tips. So it could be like this way and then they come together. Okay. And it could be random, starting at many points. So sometimes it's going to be like together. So बहुत सारे points से है ना उनका इकट्ठा आना start हो जाएगा. Can a chromosome break? Again, that breaking is going to be coming under mutation. Normally a chromosome will not break. Never. The pairing occurs in a zipper-like fashion. Zipper-like means just the way you open the zip or you close the zip. So ये closing of zip कैसे होता है ना? That way, if the chromosomes are going to be coming together. The pairing of homologous chromosomes is due to the formation of a ladder-like protein, and that ladder-like protein complex is going to be called as synaptone-enamel complex. What is the name? Synaptone-enamel complex. अब सिंपल बात बता रही हूँ बेटा, बिल्कुल सिंपल वाली बात बता रही हूँ. जब आप स्कूल में जा रहे थे, when you used to attend your school, that time there used to be something called as some time gap between one teacher going out and the other teacher coming in. हाँ या ना? एक पीरियड खत्म हो जाता था, आपकी वो टीचर बाहर जाती थी क्लासरूम के और दूसरी टीचर अंदर आने से पहले थोड़ा सा एक टाइम पास हो जाता था। कभी कभी दो टीचर्स बाहर मिलके बातें करते थे, तुम लोग खुश, और बातें करो यार, और बातें करो, आओ ही मत अंदर। आया ना? I know all these tactics. Don't worry, even I was a student and even I've passed through this. Okay, good old days ना, I know. इवन आई, अरे तुम्हारे तो अभी अभी ओल्ड हुए भी नहीं है, मैं स्कूल छोड़ के बहुत साल हो चुके हैं। एज आई से आई एम ऑलमोस्ट, माई एज इज ऑलमोस्ट द एज ऑफ योर पेरेंट्स। हाँ, तो हमारी स्कूल छूट के इतने साल हो चुके हैं, स्टिल आई रिकलेक्ट क्या क्या मस्ती में करती थी स्कूल में। तो हाँ, एग्जैक्टली, सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स, यस। Studies, see, what I used to, like when I was doing a particular thing, now I used to give my 100% to that particular thing. That is my habit even today. So if I'm going to sit for studying now, maybe not for 10 hours, maybe not for 10 hours. I never studied for 8, 10 hours at a stretch, kabhi nahi. Lekin whatever time I have to spend in studying, I have to give my 100% to my studies. तो जब मैं पढ़ाई करती थी ना, तो बाकी का कुछ भी मेरे माइंड में नहीं रहता था। हाँ, जब मैं खेलने जाती थी तो मेरे दिमाग में खेल के अलावा कुछ नहीं आता था, और जब मैं मस्ती करती थी ना, तो मुझे मस्ती के अलावा कुछ नहीं आता था। I was a backbencher. I was tall. I was rather one of the tallest students in my school. So I used to be always a backbencher. And because of backbencher वो लेबल लग गया था ना, वो एक लेबल लगता है ना। आप लोग में से कोई भी हो क्या बैकबेंचर्स हो? हाँ, एग्जैक्टली, यस बेटा, यस बेटा। तो बैक बेंचर्स के इधर ऐसा लेबल लगा रहता है, नॉटी है ना, प्रैंकी है, ध्यान ही नहीं देती है। बट देन मार्क्स जब आते थे तो उनकी सबकी टीचर्स लोग की बोलती बंद करने का काम में करती थी। अब बोलो, आई टू से अब बोलो। ओके, सो इट्स ओके, वॉट एवर योर नेचर इज, एंजॉय योर बीइंग। बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू शो ना कि सी आई एम डूइंग इट जेन्युइनली, हाँ, तो करके दिखाओ, है ना, एग्जैक्टली। So that was there in me, it's there in me now also. So if I'm cooking, my all attention will be in the cooking only. I'll ensure that I'm going to do like the way everyone loves it. If I am teaching, I'm going to teach 100%. That is what I feel I can give justice. you no, हमारे इसमें वो टेंशन ही नहीं था, है ना। तो जब पढ़ाना होता है तो पढ़ाने में ध्यान होता है, वो टाइम पे किचन का नहीं मुझे सोचता है कि क्या चल रहा है, ना ही मुझे मेरे बाकी कोई प्रोफाइल का सोचता है। दैट आई एम इनटू टीचिंग। सो या सारा, थैंक यू सो मच। सो दैट इज व्हाट बेटा। सो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू ना, कि वो जो ब्रेक मिलता था ना बीच में, टीचर बाहर गई और दूसरी टीचर अंदर आने से पहले वाला जो ब्रेक टाइम होता था, दैट वाज द टाइम जब आपके टिफिन घूमते थे। हाँ या ना, आपके टिफिन घूमते थे क्या वो छोटे वाले टाइम में? हमारे तो बहुत घूमते थे। आई यूज्ड टू गो फॉर अ मॉर्निंग स्कूल, माय स्कूल वाज अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग। तो है ना, 9:30 को हमारा वो ब्रेक होता था। 9:30 तक इतनी भूख लगती थी यार, कौन वेट करेगा। 6:50 को हमारी असेंबली होती थी। We had to reach the school at 6:40, and we had to have our tea or whatever. I never drank milk. I hate milk, so I used to have tea. So 6 बजे चाय पी के निकलते थे हम लोग। 6:10 को, 6:40 को used to reach our school, and then I used to feel very hungry about 8:39. हम सबकी वही कंडीशन होती थी। Then during this time ना, right? So during that particular time, when there is no teacher in the classroom, the students have got a liberty of doing whatever they want to, right? Take the example of your recess. During the recess break, आपका जब recess break होता था, yes ना तनुष, yeah, that is a trend. तो आपका जब टिफिन ब्रेक होता था, लंच ब्रेक होता था, रिसेस होता था, दैट टाइम सी व्हाट यूज्ड टू हैपन, वो क्लास के बच्चे आपके साथ आके बैठे हैं, आप दूसरे किसी के क्लास में गए हो, you all are sitting on the top of the benches. Why were you so liberal about it? Because there was no teacher. But as and when recess खत्म हो जाता था and your teacher used to come inside, आप लोग क्या करते थे? Immediately used to go to your own classroom, used to sit in a very orderly manner, and used to behave as if I am the best student in the entire class. Hi, Anna. Exactly, exactly. So that discipline, yes. So always used to show off to your teachers, na, I'm the most disciplined student of you, and see, I'm sitting in my place, और फटाफट बुक निकाल के ऐसे स्टडी करने का ऐसा पूरा एक्शन शो स्टार्ट होता था ना. हाँ, I know all of you all. So why that action started, because the teacher entered into the classroom. So even here now, here also, the synaptonemal complex is a teacher. The name of the teacher in this zygotine stage is going to be the synaptonemal complex. So as and when the entry of synaptonemal complex will be taking place, all the homologous chromosomes will ensure that they are coming together and pairing. अब तक क्या चल रहा था? रिसेस चल रहा था. पैची अपना लेप्टोटीन था, रिसेस चल रहा था. रिसेस चल रहा था मतलब क्या? क्रोमोसोम नंबर 1 of paternal was enjoying with chromosome number 10 of maternal. Chromosome number 20 of maternal was chit-chatting with chromosome number 5 of maternal. Okay, पूरी liberty थी. They were in that rhesus mood. Yes, पार्टी चल रही थी वो लोग की. अब जैसे ही टीचर की एंट्री हुई, जैसे ही synaptonemal complex की एंट्री हुई, what has happened? One of paternal, one of maternal combined together. Two of paternal, two of maternal combined together. है ना? Yes, exactly. So party खत्म. है ना? चलो अच्छी बात है. सुना भी लो बाद में, है लेक्चर के बाद. श्वेत, आई विल गिव यू द चांस टू अनम्यूट. तुम सुना लो एक, मुझे भी अच्छा लगेगा. Okay, okay, fine, beta. So you understood what is the role of this synaptonemal complex. So synaptonemal complex is like a teacher. Teacher की entry हुई, सारे बच्चे अपने अपने जगह पर सुरक्षित आके बैठ के they try to prove that we are the most disciplined students of the class. Right? Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So now what is going to happen? See. Yeah. So now what is going to happen? One and one homologous pairing together. Two and two homologous pairing together under the influence of the protein complex called as synaptonemal complex. Did you all understand what is synaptonemal complex? So synaptonemal complex is a ladder-like protein which is going to bring the homologous chromosomes to pair together, just like the teacher when she enters into the classroom. All the students will sit in a disciplined manner. Okay? No, Reno. During our time, there was no CCTV. CCTV अभी अभी सब नाटक चालू हो गया है. हमारी स्कूल छोड़ के तो कितने साल हो गए? I can't even remember that. It is present between the chromosomes. Yes, it is going to be present between the chromosomes, bringing the two homologous chromosomes to pair up. Fine. See, now this aligns the homologous chromosomes accurately, placing the corresponding genetic regions of the chromosomes pair opposite to each other like a scaffold. Scaffold मतलब intermingled के जैसे ऐसे है ना, एक दूसरे के ऊपर बराबर वो loop करते हैं. ठीक है? आप देखो for example, I hope you all can see my fingers. You all can see me, right? You all can see me. So now this is very, very important. You should be able to see me. Me matlab, अरे no, why no? Only one is coming as no. Okay, I'll stop the sharing. Then probably you will be able to see me. Wait. Okay. Now just pay attention, beta. Now you can see me, of course. Now you all can see me, right? So see over here. These two fingers are homologous. Why are they homologous? The structure is going to be exactly the same along with the function. So look at this part. You can see this part. You can see this part, beta. The apex of this particular finger. and look at this finger ka apex. You can see your own fingers also. Not necessary you have to only look at my fingers. So these two, this piece and this piece, doesn't it look very much similar? Correct? Look at this middle piece, look at this middle piece. Is it exactly similar? Look at the third piece, look at this third piece. It's going to be exactly similar. Therefore, I call it as homologous chromosomes. If it was like this way, it's so different, see? It's so very different, correct? But this is homologous. Now what happens? Now what happens? During this homologous pairing, what is the aim of bringing these two together? So now imagine my this finger is one chromosome, my this finger is another chromosome. दोनों homologous है. This particular chromosome I have got from my father. This particular chromosome I have got from my mother. ठीक है? Fine. अब ये जो chromosome का area है, this apex वाला, if this particular piece has got a gene, if this particular area has got a gene which is responsible for shape of my cheeks, very clearly visible to all of you all, right? So this is the shape of my cheeks. किसके वजह से है? तो ये क्रोमोसोम के ये वाले एरिया पे एक जीन है which is causing a typical chubby cheek वाला face. Get me? समझ में आई बात? अब इसके सामने ये जो पीस है, even this is going to be homologous chromosome, so structurally similar and functionally similar. So what will this piece going to be coding for? ये पीस जो है इसके ऊपर कौन सा जीन रहेगा? सेम वाला रहेगा चीक के शेप वाला कि कोई और रहेगा? सेम रहेगा ना बेटा? So even this piece is going to be responsible for the shape of the cheek. Even this zone is going to be responsible for the shape of the cheek. ठीक है? Okay. चल. Next. This particular second वाला part देखिए अपने finger का. मतलब that is going to be the second part of the chromosome. If this has got the gene for color of the hair, what does it have? Color of the hair. So even this is going to be for the color of the hair. Correct? Third part. यहाँ का piece, it has got for color of the skin. इधर भी same रहेगा, color of the skin. So shape of cheek, color of hair, color of skin. समझ में आया? These are the two. Now imagine if this pairing takes place like this. ऐसे हुआ तो क्या हो जाएगा पेयरिंग में बेटा? उधर कलर ऑफ स्किन है, उसके सामने अगर पेयर हुआ कलर ऑफ हेयर, ओ माय गॉड, व्हाट विल बी देन? ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट, बट उल्टा. पूरा व्हाइट हेयर एंड पूरा ब्लैक स्किन. ओ माय गॉड, so difficult. So always the homologous pairs have to even match with respect to their same locus. So what is locus? The point which codes for a particular function is going to be called as a locus. Okay, fine. It's simple beta. If it pairs like this way, agar aisa pairing hua, so what will happen? What will happen in this case? The pairing will result in completely weird type of phenotype, weird type of morphological expression. बहुत weird बनेंगे हम लोग ऐसे होता है तो. Yes, so never ever there is going to be like this way. So the homologous pairing will take place in such a way that the two homologs are going to be paired in such a way that they are always going to be sharing the same homologous locus. Did you all understand? Got this? This is what I want to say. Okay, so let us understand that ये pairing क्यों बराबर होना चाहिए. अगर ये पेयरिंग जाइगोटीन में नहीं हुआ ना तो पैक्टिन में बहुत गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. वो क्या गड़बड़ होगी मैं वापस आऊंगी उधर. लेट मी फर्स्ट शेयर द PPT and again I'll stop the sharing for those who cannot see me later on. I'll again stop for you all, don't worry. So see, the alignment of the homologous chromosome is going to be accurately placing the corresponding genetic regions of the chromosomal pair opposite to each other like a scaffold. Okay, got it? Yes, Beta. Yes, my dear. So the paired homologous chromosomes are called as bivalents. So one dyad and another dyad. Now I hope you all know the meaning of monads and dyads. Okay. So directly I'm using the word dyad. So one dyad and another dyad will come together, will be called as bivalent. So इस तरीके से bivalent formation takes place in zygote. Fine. The chromatids of the chromosomes are still invisible. You still cannot see them. So what are the key points of zygote? First point, homologous chromosomes pair together. The process is called as synapses. So जहाँ जहाँ zygote word आता है वहाँ आपको synapses ये word याद रखना पड़ेगा. First point. Second, this synapses occurs due to the presence of or the formation of a protein complex called as synaptonemal complex. So synapses is the first keyword. Synaptonemal complex is the second keyword. Third keyword क्या है बताएं यहाँ पर? That is homologous pair, homologous chromosomes pair accurately placing their corresponding genetic regions of the chromosome. बिल्कुल match होते हैं. Okay. And fourth point क्या है? Formation of bivalents. So 4 keywords if you remember about zygote, you will never forget what is happening in zygote. So what are the 4 keywords? Synapses, synaptonemal complex, corresponding genetic combinations, bivalents are going to be the keywords. D. That's what I said. That's what I said. That my tip of the finger of left hand and the tip of the finger of right hand are going to be corresponding genetic regions. Okay. The middle piece of my left finger and the middle piece of my right finger is corresponding genetic region. The base of my left finger and the base of my right finger is going to be the corresponding genetic region. Okay. तो जब हम नमस्ते करते हैं ना किसी को, हैंड्स फोल्ड करते हैं ना नमस्ते करने के लिए, तो हम क्या करते हैं? हम करते हैं we bring the corresponding genetic regions of the two fingers, two palms together. Okay. Chromatids have not still become thick, na beta? So they are invisible. They still need to go ahead with the thickness. You want me to explain what? First line of C. Zipper-like fashion. Just like how you, close the zip of your compass box. आपका जो pouch होता है उसका आप कैसे close करते हो ना? Zip से. That is called as zipper-like fashion. Okay. Scaffolds are actually, fitting perfectly into each other. ऐसे बराबर एक दूसरे के सामने जो आते हैं ना उसको हम scaffolds कहते हैं. Fine. So that's about your zygote. Bivalence, bi means two. So two dyads coming together is going to be called as a bivalent. Formation of two dyads coming together is going to be called as bivalent. Okay, got it? Fine. I'll show you the diagram again, the one which I was talking about. See. So this is going to be the, bivalent formation. See over here. Can you see? This is a dyad, blue wala. This is a dyad, red wala. Blue chromosome coming from father, red chromosome coming from mother. They two will combine together in a zipper-like fashion. ये देखो, तो ऐसे zip के जैसे ये बंद होते जाएंगे अभी. Fine. And there is going to be the synaptonemal formation over here, which will cause the two chromosomes to come together. Is it okay? So this diagram understood, beta? So all of them, see, all of them are going to form your, each one of them is going to form a bivalent. तो ये दोनों अभी जिप के जैसे बंद हो जाएंगे और बाइवैलेंट बनेगा। ये देखो, ये यहाँ से बंद हो जाएंगे, ये यहाँ से बंद हो जाएंगे, so they'll be always brought together like this way. So this is called as zygotine bivalent formation under the influence of synaptonemal complex. Is it okay? So here they are saying synapses begins. So understood everything about the zygotine. Anyone who has not followed zygotine, please tell me. Easy? Okay. Then we go ahead with packaging. The first two stages of prophase 1 are relatively short-lived compared to the next phase, that is packaging. In packaging, the pairing is completed. So now the two homologous chromosomes have completely come together. The chromosomes become further thick and short. So the condensation is going to still go on because this is coming under your prophase. And prophase खत्म हुआ नहीं है. Prophase खत्म होने के बाद मेटाफेज में जाएगा ना, तब आपको वो कंडेंस्ड क्रोमोसोम दिखेंगे, अब तक नहीं दिखेंगे. So here also the condensation is going on. The two chromatids of the chromosomes are called as sister chromatids or dyades. You already know about the sister chromatids. We had seen blue and blue is a sister chromatid, red and red is a sister chromatid. So the two chromatids of the chromosome are called as sister chromatids or dyades, and the chromatids of the two members of the homologous chromosomes are called as non-sister chromatids or tetrads. इसका मतलब one blue, one red, non-sister. Another blue, another red, non-sister. So blue and blue sisters, red and red sisters, red and blue non-sisters. But of the homologous chromosomes, huh? Of the homologous chromosomes. Okay. So sister chromatid and non-sister chromatids. इसमें कोई गड़बड़ है किसी को? अभी बताओ बेटा. किसी को भी इसमें difficulty है? What is sister chromatid? What is non-sister chromatid? Anyone, come on. I want all of you all to be very, very confident with these two words, sister chromatid and non-sister chromatid. आगे की पूरी कहानी ये sister non-sister पे है. पक्का? ये देख, फिर भी मैं बताती हूँ, I am not sure. ये देख. तो ये blue and blue, sister chromatids. Red and red, sister chromatids. But red and blue or blue and red, non-sister. Yes, sister is the same of the homologous chromosome only. Non-sister is also the same of the homologous chromosome. So these two are homologous chromosomes. ये दोनों homologous chromosomes है. उनका shape देखो, उनका size देखो, है ना? So they both are homologous chromosomes. But one is from father, one is from mother. तो mother के दो sister chromatids, father के दो sister chromatids. लेकिन blue and red non-sister chromatids. है किसी को difficulty बेटा? Got this? Now, crossing over is also an enzyme-mediated process, and the enzyme involved is going to be called as recombinase. Difference between sister and homologous? Each homologous chromosome is going to have sister chromatid of its own. So blue monad will have one more blue monad to form a blue dyad. So blue monad is going to be a sister of blue monad to form a blue dyad. That is one homologous chromosome coming from father. Similarly, you will be having one chromosome coming from mother. Same one, which will be having red and red monads, each sisters of each other. Okay? Yeah. Now, there's something called as an event that takes place over here that is going to be called as crossing over. So during crossing over, what happens is, crossing over is also going to be an enzyme mediated process, and the enzyme involved is going to be the recombinase. The phenomenon of exchange of genetic material occurs between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. Please understand this. Please understand this. Blue and blue में exchange offer नहीं होता है. Blue and red में exchange offer होता है. So the exchange of genetic material will always take place between homologous chromosomes, but non-sister chromatids. Fine. इसका मतलब ये है that ये red वाले का पीस ये blue वाले में नहीं आएगा बेटा. ये नॉन होमोलोगस क्रोमोसोम है, ये देखो कितना लंबा है, ये देखो कितना छोटा है। तो इसमें और इसमें कभी नहीं होगा एक्सचेंज ऑफर, ठीक है। इन दोनों में एक्सचेंज ऑफर होगा, इन दोनों में एक्सचेंज ऑफर होगा, इन दोनों में एक्सचेंज ऑफर होगा, बिकॉज दे आर होमोलॉगस। लेकिन ब्लू एंड ब्लू में एक्सचेंज ऑफर नहीं होगा, रेड एंड रेड में एक्सचेंज ऑफर नहीं होगा। ब्लू का रेड के साथ होगा, रेड का ब्लू के साथ होगा, जो यहाँ पर बहुत क्लियरली दिखाई दे रहा है। यू कैन सी द रेड वन इज हैविंग अ piece of blue and the blue one is having a piece of red exchange. Can you see this? Okay, so exchange will be taking place, crossing over will be taking place between whom? Non-sister chromatid of homologous chromosomes. Anyone not understood this particular sentence? Come on. Crossing over takes between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome. Anyone who has not followed? Understood? This is a most important, ये keyword है आपका, ये keyword है, keyword. Non-sister chromatids, homologous chromosome. No, but it can take place at multiple points. Okay, crossing over can take place at multiple points. Wherever it's possible, the exchange offer will go on. Is it fine? Is it fine? Packaging, most important part of your entire prophase 1. That is, crossing over takes place between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome. That is just for explanation I am saying. Right? Generally, blue color is the favorite color of males, na? And pink color are all my pinkies. So, for the sake of saying, I am saying blue from male and red or pink from the female. Is this for the sake? Okay, got it? Yes. So, occurs between non-sister chromatids of each homologous pair of chromosomes. This occurs by breakage called as nicking. देखो बेटा, break, cut, ये words है ना, कभी भी बायो में यूज नहीं होते। कट मतलब एक्सीडेंटली कुछ टेयर हो गया, कट हो गया, हड्डी टूट गई तो भी से द बोन इज ब्रोकन। तो ये जो ब्रोकन है ना, ब्रेकिंग है, कटिंग है, लैंग्वेज नहीं है वो, वी से अ निक। ओके, निक का मतलब होता है, निक का मतलब होता है स्मॉल कट। Fine. So what happens over here? See, there is going to be a breakage called as nicking by an enzyme called as endonuclease. Please understand these events. So सबसे पहले there will be this biological scissor. हम इसको क्या कहते हैं? Biological scissor कहते हैं. So this endonuclease is an enzyme which will come and it will give a cut. Okay. Similarly, it will give a cut to the other homologous chromosome of the non-sister chromatid पे भी. तो एक ब्लू वाले को उसने कट किया एक जगह पर, सेम प्लेस पे उसने रेड वाले को भी कट किया। समझ में आ रही है बात? तो एंडोन्यूक्लियस जो है ना, जिस पॉइंट पे ब्लू वाले को कट करेगा उसी पॉइंट पे रेड वाले को कट करेगा। द एंडोन्यूक्लियस विल नेवर गिव रैंडम कट. There's always a pair which will be cut together, blue and red, non-sister. Okay, so the endonuclease will initiate this process of crossing over by giving a cut at the same points on the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. Is it okay? The name of this biological scissor is endonuclease. Fine. Then there is going to be reunion, which is called as annealing, which is going to be done by the enzyme, which is going to be called as, but before annealing is going to be recombination. मतलब क्या? मतलब क्या होगा? इसकी टोपी इसके सर, इसकी टोपी इसके सर, ठीक है, मीन्स ये जो कट पीसेस है ना, ये ब्लू वाले का रेड के ऊपर जाएगा और रेड वाले का पीस ब्लू के ऊपर आएगा. Got it? So I'm explaining one more time. Please pay attention. Okay. The first thing that will happen to initiate crossing over is the enzyme called as endonuclease. This endonuclease acts like biological scissors. So it will give a cut to the same part on both the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes. ठीक है, फाइन. तो ये अगर इधर मेरे अपने जो पॉइंटेड फिंगर है, अपना जो पॉइंटर है, उसके अगर अपाइकल रीजन में उसने कट दिया लेफ्ट वाले के, तो राइट फिंगर पे भी वो उसी पोजीशन पे कट देगा. अब ये दो पीस सेपरेट हो गए, राइट. अब ये लेफ्ट पीस सेपरेट हुआ, राइट पीस सेपरेट हुआ. नाउ द एंजाइम रिकॉम्बिनेज, व्हाट विल इट डू? ये राइट पीस को उठाकर लेफ्ट की जगह पर रख देगा और लेफ्ट पीस को उठाकर राइट वाले के पास रख देगा. So now what is going to happen? The blue one will have a piece of red and the red one will have a piece of blue. Did you understand? What's your doubt? Crossing over happens in all pairs. If non non-sister, yeah, all pairs, but all 46. Okay, except X and Y. Except X and Y. Okay, now you got it. So cut by exonuclease, recombination by recombinase. अब ये लूज पीस है, ये गिर जाएगा, तो इसको सील करने के लिए, इसको फेविकॉल का मजबूत जोड़ देने के लिए, there is one more enzyme which is called as ligase. So 3 enzymes will come: exonuclease for cutting, recombinase for exchanging the segments of the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes, and ligase for sealing, for sticking together, for gluing together. That is the enzyme ligase. So this occurs by the breakage called as nicking by endonuclease. Recombinase पहले उन्होंने लिखा हुआ है, crossing over is going to take place by recombinase, and final reunion is going to be, or the annealing process is going to be held by ligase. These enzymes completes the entire process, which together is going to be formed, or together will be called as your recombination nodules. This is known as crossing over, as it results in the combination of genes in the chromosomes. Now, my dear, this process of crossing over is taking place in all sexually reproducing organisms. This is not going to happen later on. It's going to be taking place now in males, in human males. It's taking place now. In human females थोड़ा सा हटके फेनोमेना है, जो मैंने ऑलरेडी पहले आपको बताया था, लेकिन अभी डिप्लोटीन में मैं आपको वापस एक बार उसका याद दिलाऊंगी. Okay, so in this way crossing over is going to be completed. Bivalents are composed of 4 chromatids. बराबर ना? Dyad plus dyad. Correct? Dyad plus dyad. That is 4 chromatids, which is now called as tetrad. So blue dyad plus red dyad is equal to 1 tetrad. ठीक है? During this stage, bivalent chromosomes now clearly can appear as tetrads. Now the tetrads are clearly visible. They are saying clearly appears, but that doesn't mean they are going to be visible to us under the microscope. Under electron microscope, this will be seen, but under your normal microscope, still we cannot see the chromosomes. Still we cannot see anything under it. Okay, so what are the key points of Pachytene beta? Pachytene के क्या-क्या key points है? सबसे पहले pairing is completed. Second, there is going to be crossing over that is taking place. Crossing over takes place with the help of 3 enzymes. First enzyme, endonuclease, which cuts the DNA. Second, recombinase, which transports the cut piece from one chromatid to another chromatid. Third, ligase, which will fix the transferred chromatids to the parental or the strand of DNA. That is going to be a crossing over. And fourth point is now tetrads are going to be clearly appearing but not visible under normal microscope. Fine. No beta, recombination nodules का मतलब होता है the point where recombinations have taken place ना, those areas will be called as recombination nodules. Okay. So a chromosome can undergo several recombinations simultaneously. So there could be several patches of red and blue alternately. Is it okay? But you know what? As the female ages, जितना फीमेल का एज बढ़ता जाता है ना, उतना क्रॉसिंग ओवर का फ्रीक्वेंसी कम होते जाता है. Fine? Understood? Well, so that is about your packaging. Any doubts? Yeah. What is the difference between recombination nodules and chiasma? Chiasma is much different, beta. Chiasma अभी डिप्लोटीन में chiasma word आएगा. In chiasma, you will come to know the word that is what is chiasma. Recombination nodule is nothing but it is the point where recombination has taken place. Okay, and chiasma is the point which is going to be seen after at the diplotin stage. I'm coming to it. Point of crossing over is what we have heard since our childhood days. Okay, that chiasma is the point of crossing over. Correct. But how is it different from the recombination nodule? We'll talk about it. Okay. So recombination nodules is going to be the enzyme along with this particular point of crossing over. And chiasma mein, there is no involvement of any enzyme. This is just the point where this exchange offer has happened. Got it? Fine. I'll come to it. Before that, any doubt in packaging, my dears? Go on. Anyone who has not followed packaging? Any point? A to G. Quickly. बताओ मुझे. A to G. सारे points देखो. किसी को कोई point वापस समझाना है तो बता. हाँ. I'll tell you about that. But I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Yeah, Krishna, I got your doubt. I'll tell you later on. Like it's going to come only. It's going to come only. Okay. Well, this box is coming in between, which is irritating me. I hope it's irritating you all also. Is it? बहुत irritate करते हैं ये boxes बीच में आके. So, निकालती हूँ मैं उसको. Well, so now we come to the fourth one, that is diplotin. अब ये सारे teams हैं in line. Lepto, zygo, pachy, diplo, teams है ये सारे teams साथ में. ठीक है? Yeah. Now see, the diplotin, diplos का मतलब होता है double. Fine. The synaptonemal complex formed between the homologous chromosome begins to dissolve. Recess time होने लगा है. Teacher कोई भी समय पर अभी बाहर जा सकती है. Right? So the synaptonemal complex is now about to dissolve because actually the role is over. हाँ? आज जितना टीचर को पढ़ाना था वो पढ़ा के हो गया है, तो अभी वो वेट करके क्यों पकाएगी? और जैसे मैं आपको बराबर टाइम पे छोड़ती हूँ यार, छोड़ती हूँ कि नहीं? आज भी छोड़ूंगी. Don't worry. I leave you all on time ना, generally. हाँ. So exactly something like that only. So now the role of synaptonemal complex was. So the role of synaptonemal complex was what बेटा? उनका काम क्या था? To bring crossing over. Now crossing over is completed. खत्म. So वो synaptonemal complex का role भी खत्म. Agreed? So now the synaptonemal complex will start to dissolve. Fine. अब जैसे ही टीचर बाहर जाने का टाइम हो गया है, आपका वापस चालू हो जाता है कि नहीं? खुसुर चालू हो जाता है कि नहीं क्लास में? थैंक यू माय डियर दिव्या. चालू होता है कि नहीं? कब जाएगी यार? जल्दी जा भी नहीं रही है, कितना पका रही है. हाँ, होता ही है, मुझे पता है ये सब. सेम थिंग हैपेंस ओवर हियर. जैसे ही synaptonemal complex is about to dissolve or starts to dissolve, these homologous chromosomes will now start repelling each other. Repelling. Why? They want freedom. They want recess. They want a break. They want to do whatever they want to. They don't want to, be with that homologous pair. So, जैसे ही synaptonemal complex dissolution start होता है ना बेटा, this particular homologous chromosomes which were like this ना, will start repelling each other like this way. Now, can you see how my fingers have been crossed, which were once upon a time like this way? Right? You can see this now. So my fingers are one upon each. Now, as the synaptonemal complex dissolve हो रहा है, ये देखो मेरे fingers का movement देखो कैसे हो रहा है. Can you all see? Can you all see? Yes. So see, this is the way an X-shaped structure is now going to be formed. So the homologous chromosomes repel each other and start separating. This is known as repulsion. What brings about repulsion? Dissolution of synaptonemal complex brings about repulsion. Okay. So as and when the synaptonemal complex is going to dissolve, start dissolving, there is going to be this चुलबुल चालू हो गई सबकी, है या नहीं? Correct? हाँ, very good भूमि, very nice बेटा, बिल्कुल correct answer, बिल्कुल correct, very good, very nice. So they are already being crossed. Now they are just going to be technically separating from each other. Very nice, perfect, perfect. So see, due to this repulsion, the homologous chromosomes are going to be attached at certain X-shaped region called as chiasmata. So the point where they are actually joining together is going to be called as chiasmata, right? The diplotin stage may be prolonged. Now this is something which is most crucial, my dears. This is something which is most crucial, which I had told you, I think so 2 lectures before, if I'm not wrong, is what is coming over here. See, the diplotin stage may be prolonged and it can be arrested for 8 to 10 years. Oh. तो ये ऐसे रिपेलिंग स्टेज में हमारे क्रोमोसोम 8 से 10 साल अपने सेल्स में रहते हैं. ऐसे कंडीशन में रिपेलिंग स्टेज, एक्स शेप स्टेज में, कायाज्मा फॉर्मेशन वाले स्टेज में, दे विल सस्टेन इन दिस स्टेज फॉर 8 to 10 years. Okay, and in case of human female, this will be from the 5th month of the fetal stage up to the 12th year during the start of ovulation. So we call this as menarche. Menarche means the time when the menstrual cycle will begin in every female. So that particular time, the starting of the menstrual cycle is called as menarche, and the end of the menstrual cycle will be called as menopause. So from the 5th month of the fetal condition, they are saying from the 5th month of the fetal age, means that female who is in the womb of her mother and her mother is in the 5th month of pregnancy, that time this chiasma formation has taken place in the fetus. समझ में आ रही है बात? So as I always said, you can take my example, right? So when I was 5 months of fetus, मेरा fetal age था 5 months का, मतलब where I would have been definitely in the womb of my mother, right? That time in my ovaries, in the 5th month of my fetal age, means in my ovaries, chiasma formation पे meiosis 1 अरेस्ट हो गया था. समझ में आ रही है बात? आप गर्ल्स जितने भी आप मेरे सामने हो ना, जो गर्ल्स है, जो लेडीज है, जो फीमेल्स है, सब में यही होता है. क्या होता है? In the 5th month of the fetal condition, this meiosis 1 is going to be arrested in diplotin stage. Is it very clear to all of you all? मतलब क्या हुआ बेटा? हमारे में क्रॉसिंग ओवर, मतलब पैकेटीन, बाइवैलेंट फॉर्मेशन, जाइगोटीन, लेप्टोटीन, ये सारा हम जब 5th मंथ फीटल एज थे ना तब हो चुका है. अब वापस लाइफ में ये स्टेज कभी नहीं आएंगी ह्यूमन फीमेल्स में. आई एम अगेन रिपीटिंग, ओनली इन ह्यूमन फीमेल्स. ह्यूमन फीमेल्स में ये स्टेज वापस कभी नहीं आएगी. वी हैव ऑलरेडी क्रॉस द स्टेज. विच स्टेज? ऑफ अंडरगोइंग लेप्टोटीन, जाइगोटीन, पैकेटीन, डिप्लोटीन. डिप्लोटीन तक सारे फेजेस हमारे लाइफ के खत्म हो चुके हैं. कब? 5th month of the fetal age. Oh, that's great, na? Isn't it? Correct? But this is not the case in males. In case of males, this particular process of leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin, dikinases, and so on will begin at puberty. It will begin at puberty and it will be continued till death. जैसे कि females में menarche and menopause होता है ना, so after a particular age, the egg formation will not take place in females. So the menstrual cycle is not going to be continued throughout the life in females. वैसे males का नहीं है. The males are going to start this process of leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin, dikinases in a continuous fashion. There is no arresting in case of males. Okay, and it will be continued till death. Did you all understand this? Did you all understand this very clearly? So in males now, this process is taking place continuously. In all males who have attained the age of puberty, this process of undergoing leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin is a continuous process throughout life, which is not in case of human females. The females have already, completed this phase in the 5th month of the fetal age. Got it? Fine. So see, in case of human females, they are saying it can, remain in the chiasma formation or the diplotin stage up till about 12 years. 12 years means it could be depending upon the menarche. So some females will begin with their menstrual cycle at the age of 10. So it will be arrested till 10. From 10 onwards, whenever the ovulation will begin. Ovulation means formation of egg will start. This is going to resume. How it is going to resume? How many will resume at one time? In 1 month, how many eggs are going to be produced? Everything will be understood in the next chapter, that is human reproduction. Okay, got it? Yes? Yeah, so it's also going to be in oocytes of vertebrates like fish, amphibians, reptiles, and birds, the diplotin chromosomes form giant lamb-brush chromosomes with lateral extension loops, helping in transcription of mRNA, rRNA to synthesize protein or yolk. Now, what happens in case of oocytes of the vertebrates? This particular stage at diplotin, the DNA formation is the crossing over and everything has taken place, and now the DNA is ready, which will form big loops, बड़े-बड़े loops बनाएगा DNA के. और ये जो loops होते हैं ना, ये DNA के जो loops होते हैं ना, they are exposed, and because of the exposure of the DNA loop ना, RNA synthesis will take place on the DNA. That is called as transcription. Formation of RNA on DNA is called as transcription. When I had explained ribosomes, I had explained this particular phenomena to you. Chor police wala game में explain किया था आपको. So in the same way, the RNA formation will take place on this open-ended DNA. Okay, so that they are saying they can make mRNA, tRNA, and proteins can be synthesized. योग के लिए जो proteins की जरूरत होती है ना, वो सारे proteins इस तरीके से synthesize होते जाएंगे. So what they want to say is, in vertebrates of oocytes, like fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, the diplotin chromosomes will form लंबे long loops like lamb brush. Lamb brush पता है आपको? Bottle brush होता है, lamb brush होता है. How does it look like? Okay, so this diplotin chromosomes will form long loops like this way. और उनके ऊपर है ना mRNA बनता जाएगा जो brush के जैसा appear करेगा. It will appear like a brush, so it's called as lamb brush. And they are very large, therefore they are called as giant chromosomes. Fine. So in this way, this is going to take place in diplotin stage. कितना important है देखो, right? The tetrads will become visible now. The region of crossing over, where exchange of genetic material occurs between the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome, appears like an X-like structure called as chiasma. So So here there is no enzymes involved, so we will not call them as recombinase nodules. Now we call them as chiasma. Okay? Chiasma are cytological demonstrations of the genetic phenomena of crossing over. So wherever there is chiasma formation, we can clearly say यहाँ पर crossing over हुआ. It's a proof of crossing over, you can say. So what is chiasma? Chiasma is a proof of crossing over. जहाँ जहाँ ऐसे X shaped structure बनेंगे, crossing over हुआ है, हम पक्का बोल सकते हैं. Understood about all these? Every point. Lamb-Rush chromosomes समझाना बेटा. This is something which is not given in your books. What is Lamb-Rush? So have you all understood what is Lamb-Rush chromosomes also? Okay. So we completed with 4 things: leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotin. The last one, simple one. In 2 minutes, I'll explain diplotin, dikinases, and I'll stop. Lamb-Rush looks like a brush. It looks like a brush, so it's called as Lamb-Rush. What I said 5 minutes ago, I don't know. I didn't see the time when I had explained 5 minutes ago. you can see the video. You will get the video. I mean the recording. Okay. Crossing over occur. Should we pachytene? Crossing over will occur during pachytene. And diplotin में there will be repulsion, that is chiasma formation. अगर पूछेंगे तो diplotin, crossing over पूछेंगे तो pachytene. Okay. Well, the last of your prophase 1 is going to be dikinases. Dia means across. Kinases is movement. So the chromosomes will now become very thick and short. The repelling of bivalent continues. The chiasma slide towards the tip and disappear one after another by removing towards the tips of the chromatids. This process is called as terminalization. तो टर्मिनलाइजेशन में क्या हो रहा है? देखो बेटा, ये जो एक शेप स्ट्रक्चर है ना, ये और रिपेल होगा, फिर ऐसे एक दूसरे से वो स्लाइड ऑफ हो जाएंगे, but they'll be touching the points, they won't move away, they are still going to be in contact with each other. Okay, that is called as slipping. अब इधर एक है तो ये भी आगे गया, ये भी आगे गया, ये भी आगे गया, ऐसे कर करके, हाँ, just like a rope. Yes, very nice. Just like a rope ना, they are going to ultimately come to touch each other at one tip, one point contact पे आ जाएंगे वो, but contact नहीं छोड़ेंगे, contact कभी भी है. Fine. This is called as terminalization. The nuclear membrane and the nucleolus disappear, and they release the tetrads freely into the cytoplasm of the cell. So the nuclear membrane पूरा चला गया. So now these chromosomes, these tetrads are going to be free into the cytoplasm. And now the last point says spindle fibers begin to form. Fine. So now the spindle formation is going to take place, and the spindle fibers will come and they will now almost start joining the centromeres. तो ये सारी कहानी हमारे प्रोफेज 1 की थी बच्चा. ठीक है, जो सबसे कॉम्प्लेक्स है, इसके आगे सब कुछ इजी है. इधर तक समझा है आपको? Any difficulty, any doubts in this, my dears? Perfectly understood everything? Very good. So that's all with our prophase 1. In the next class, I'll be asking you all keywords. I've already told you the keywords. Okay, the keywords for diplotin is going to be chiasma formation and arrested in human females in the 5th month of the fetal age. These are the keywords of your diplotin. And the keywords of dikinases is disappearance, terminalization, disappearance of nucleolus, disappearance of nuclear membrane. The tetrads are free in the cytoplasm. They do not separate. They are still in contact with each other. One point contact abhi bhi hai beta. They will not separate completely. So you understood the key points of all of them, right? So see, leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotin. You can see the chiasma, X-shaped structure very clearly seen. That is diplotin. And look over here. Now they are terminalization में आ गए ऑलमोस्ट दे आर स्लिपिंग ऑफ, ऐसे एक दूसरे से अभी वो दूर चले जाएंगे. So these are the, you want me to send the PPT so that you can revise? Okay, sure, I'll send. Okay, sure, I'll send. Today evening I'll send it. So by today evening or by tomorrow you will get it. Pakka. Fine now? Chalo. Thank you all so much, beta. Shwet, are you with me? Okay. I'm giving you the rights to speak, so you can speak now. You can. Go ahead with your shairi. I promised you I'll give you a chance for your shairi. Come on, come on.
Yes, miss. Wait, this शायरी is from friends.
हाँ, बोलो बेटा. बिल्कुल.
शाम होती है, दिल उदास होता है. शाम होती है, दिल उदास होता है. टूटे ख्वाबों के सिवा कुछ ना पास होता है. टूटे ख्वाबों के सिवा कुछ ना पास होता है. दोस्त तेरी याद बहुत आती है. दोस्त तेरी याद बहुत आती है. जब भी कोई बंदर मेरे साथ होता है.
अरे, what is this? Okay, fine. Good, it was at the end. It was on a very nice note. Chalo, very nice, my dears. Okay, so bye, see you all. Have a nice evening and see you all on Friday. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, see you all on Friday. Friday will be completing this chapter also. This Friday, the chapter will be completed. Okay, bye. See you all.